Welcome to the WVU Health Sciences Center. My name is Brian Manier. I'm a simulation technician here at the STEPS unit in the Health Sciences Center. Our main mission and goal is to help train medical students and nursing students and anyone wanting to pursue a career in the health sciences. That would be doctors, nurses, physical therapists that help people with sports injuries, or occupational therapists that help people get better with their arms and legs with movement and grips, things like that. The room that we're in right now is called our Clinical Skills Practice Lab. This is where students come to practice their hands-on skills on mannequins that are fake people, and they learn everything that they need to do their job. This is one of our mannequins that the nursing students get to use a lot. They practice how to take care of a patient in the bed in the hospital, everything that they need to do as far as giving the patient a bath or giving them medication or doing any procedures that they need to do, like taking care of any infections or wounds or drawing blood or giving them medications through a shot. The fun fact about this mannequin is that students can take an actual blood pressure on the arm of this mannequin, and also each mannequin is connected to its own tablet where we can control the heartbeat, the blood pressure, and how well the patient is breathing. If any of you have ever been to the doctor's office at one of our WVU clinics, you've probably seen a room like this. This is where the medical students learning how to be doctors or nursing students practice how to take care of a patient in one of our exam rooms. Sometimes we will use real people in here for the students to practice with, and those people are called standardized patients, and it gives them an opportunity to interact and practice with a real live person for very good training. This is our computer lab where students can come in, work on a computer to listen to different sounds that the body makes and learn how those sounds determine what they need to do for the patient. All of these little pads right here simulate different like heart sounds or lung sounds that the students can learn from. They can also observe their classmates in practice scenarios and then give them feedback. This room is called our mother-child suite. This is where nurses and doctors and people wanting to learn how to deliver babies come to practice how to deliver the baby. This mannequin, we can actually put a small baby mannequin in her stomach and she will actually deliver the baby. And with a computer, we can control how fast or how slow or how long it takes her to deliver, and if anything goes wrong, and we can make the baby come out. Once the baby is delivered, they use a different mannequin to practice what they need to do as soon as a baby is born. This mannequin here is called Tori, and she represents a newborn or an infant. The doctors and nurses will practice what they need to do within the first couple of minutes to take care of the baby. This baby, as you can see, moves just like a real baby. It can cry, and gives them a very good experience of learning how to take care of babies. In this room, this is where students practice their what's called physical assessment, where they learn, if you've ever been to the doctor's office and they had to look in your ear or look in your throat, this is where they learned how to do that. With models like this, they can look inside the ear and see what they would really see looking in your ear. This is our anatomage table where students can come to learn what's called anatomy and physiology of the body. What that means is they can look and see where organs are in the exact location in the body. So they can look and see where lungs are, see what they really look like, see where your heart, your brain, your stomach, everything is inside the body. This might look a little scary, but this is what doctors need to look at, and nurses too, to learn where different parts are in the body. And with the software in here, they can move away or see as much of the body as they want. So this part, you can see the skeleton. with his head, his ribs, his arms, hips, and all the bones in the leg. And also a little bit of the circulatory system, which is what your blood flows through when your heart pumps it out. This room is where doctors that are learning how to be surgeons and operate on people come to learn how to use a robotic surgery instrument. They have to use this to be able to operate the robot. They look through the screen here and they would see the arms of the robot moving, and they have to learn how to use their hands and their feet at the same time to move all the arms of the robot. There's different skills in here that they have to learn that almost look like computer games, and the better that they get at the game, the harder it gets. And eventually they take a test on it to see how well they can use the robot to know if they're ready to use that robot to operate on someone. This mannequin we call Petey. We use him when doctors are learning how to take care of little boys and girls. And as you can see, he will blink his eyes, and he will also follow us around the room as we're checking on him to make sure that he's okay. And just like a real person, if we would feel his arm here, we would feel a pulse, which means that his heart is beating. If we put a stethoscope on his chest, we could hear his heart beat. We could hear him breathing through his lungs. We could listen to his stomach to see if anything's wrong in his belly, and also on his feet. We could check for pulses. He's pretty cool, and he's one of our favorite ones to use here. This area back here is what we call the control room. We sit back here at a computer, and we can see the students through the mirror, but they can't see us. And we watch them, like I said, to observe how they're doing, and we use the software on this computer to control all the functions of Petey and other mannequins, depending on whichever one we have in the room. So that concluded our tour of all of our rooms at STEPS. Hopefully some of you are now interested in either being doctors or nurses or going into the healthcare profession, because if you do, you get to see all the fun toys and equipment that you'll get to work with to help you learn. So since we saw all those rooms, we wanted to spend a little time with a special guest here, Petey. So Petey, what's your favorite part about living here at STEPS?
Working with you, Brian.
Well, thank you, Petey. I like working with you too. Every time I get to work with you, it's a lot of fun. How old are you, Petey?
I'm 10 years old.
Well, that's really cool. What's your favorite thing to eat?
Pasta.
That's awesome. I love pasta too. What is your favorite thing to help the students learn here at the STEPS unit?
I like how they can help me and treat me as a patient.
So whenever you're sick, they can practice with you to learn how to help other boys and girls?
Yeah, and they make me feel real better.
And they take really good care of you, don't they?
Yes, they do. This is the best healthcare in town.
That's right. WVU is one of the top 100 hospitals in the country, almost every single year. Well, as you've seen today, boys and girls, there's a lot of stuff that we get to do here at the STEPS unit. My favorite thing about my job, and I love coming to work every single day, my favorite thing is helping all of the future doctors and nurses learn how to take better care of you, because everybody someday might need a doctor. And this is where they start to learn how to do what they need to do to make you better and fix any problem that you have.
Hi, my name is Ruby Carter. I'm a nursing student here at WVU. I'm a junior this year, and I am from the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia. So as a nursing student in the STEPS lab, there are many opportunities for us to learn. So we actually get to go into the hospital and practice on real patients and treat and help other patients in the hospital. Before we go into the hospital, we actually learn all our skills here in the STEPS Center. So there's many devices and materials that we get to use to practice and learn before actually stepping foot into the hospital. My favorite part about the STEPS lab would be the mannequins we use because they're very lifelike and they give us great scenarios to practice for real life patients. We get to do simulations like running a code, or we even had a birthing simulation one time where we actually got to see a mannequin birth another mannequin, and that was very helpful for when we were able to go into the hospital and see that in actual real life. We do learn a lot here with the mannequins. They do a lot of things, as you guys have seen with Brian, and it's a great way for us to learn. To have the STEP Center here at WVU is great for our state because it allows more nursing students and medical students to come in and be able to learn and practice to go into the real world. In West Virginia, we have a nursing shortage and we are always looking for new nurses to come into the field at the hospital. So this is a great way for us to learn and get excited about treating patients in the real world. If you're thinking about going into the medical field as being a doctor or a nurse, it's a great opportunity to be able to interact with people and help people and treat them. As a WVU student, I recommend coming here because you learn so much and we have such a great facility with the STEP Center. There's a lot of technology that we use that gives us real life scenarios of being in the hospital, and we also get to practice at Ruby Memorial and treat real patients on several different floors, which is also very helpful in our nursing and doctor practice. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you had a great visit to our STEP Center, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.